All right, next is very exciting wine, which is the Keur Grenache 2023. So this is the second vintage of the Keur Grenache. This is 100% Grenache planted on my wife and fellow director of Ex-Animo. She's actually the owner of Ex-Animo, so I work for her. So she's my boss. Their farm up in, or their family's farm, up in the Gouws, north of Ceres. This vineyard, the centre of the vineyard is at 1,060 metres above sea level. We harvested the grapes today for the 2025. What's the date today? It is the 20th of February. 23 builds on the 22, just a little bit more weight, a little bit more dark fruit, but still that lovely sort of alpine, fresh touch to it. Really great wine. Yeah, ecstatic that we get to put this in bottle and sell it to people because it is delicious. And then lastly, but certainly not leastly, is a wine that we've collaborated. That's an overused word, I apologise. But it is a collaboration. That's why we have three names on the label. It's a Rossouw, Gouws, and Clarke. Rossouw is the grape grower at Landkloof in the Swartland. Gouws is Jurgenhuis from Interlego, and Clarke is my wife and I, Jeanette. So, quick story. When Jurgen, Gouws, and Craig Hawkins were at Rossouw, we loved their lamb Pinotage. It was a phenomenal wine. We drank lots of it, and then they left Rossouw, and so we contacted Jurgen and said, please continue to make it because we think it's delicious. The vineyard's changed a couple of times. It's currently a 1968, if you can believe that, 1968 dry grain bush vine vineyard in the Paardenberg. It's an immaculate looking vineyard. Jurgen does a little bit of semi-carbonic, about 7 days, a whole bunch in a sealed tank. 30% is direct press, sort of rosé, blanc de noir, just to give it some freshness, because Pinotage can get a bit acrid and a bit aggressive. Old mate Arbery has a very different solution to that problem, but that's for another video. And this is really only possible because the vineyard is, 53 years old. It's 11.5% alcohol. It has richness and power and delicacy, but it's not vacuous or too light. It's not heavy, but it's still intense. New releases